Hello YouTube, and welcome back, of course, to a very special reaction video. As you can see, we are about to watch the Genshin 5.2 special program called Tapestry of Spirit and Flame. This one, should be the announcement for Chasca as well as Ororon, so very excited to see what they can do as well as hear about this update. But if you do want to join us live, twitch.tv/Antony Chen, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for your support. And yeah, without further ado, this is going to be everything from Genshin version 5.2 special program, condensed for your consumption. Please do enjoy.
We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
I can't hear anything.
So Archon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is...
Ooh!
His spirit has gotten lost and can't find its way back to his body.
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Ororon!
500 years later, mystery surfaced again.
Capitano returns again.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
As long as the soul is
tree.
involved, I should be able to help.
That's a box?
Be free!
Take me up!
Time to say hello.
Knock him down.
It's either your end or mine!
Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Whoa, wait, that looks pretty insane. What the heck? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was kind of filler, but looks like we have a new area, new boss. Capitano makes a return. Ororon's on some sort of mission. Of course, we get to see more Lali, Chasca as well. This update might actually have a decent amount of stuff. That was kind of more fire than I expected. I can't lie. Kind of more fire than I expected. Okay, maybe they're cooking here. Maybe they're cooking.
Hey travelers, welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.2 special program. I'm Gabe from the Loke team.
Woo!
And I'm Kai. We meet again. Whoa, a Qucusaurus. Want to join us?
Hey, don't be shy. Come out and say hello.
I'm not sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
She approves of your compliment.
Hey, I didn't know you could speak Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can
Oh,
make
God.
an educated guess based on her body language.
Whoa, are all Qucusaurus as friendly as this one?
They
Adult
added more
Qucusaurus
banter.
are usually very proud creatures.
They added
but
more
there
banter
are
for
always
them.
exceptions.
Well, since our Qucusaur friend kicked things off for us, I know just the place to start. The Flower Feather Clan.
All right, let's do it. Qucusaurs live among the Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains. This is a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command the power of the skies. It was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the entire region of Natlan.
I like the red
As
aesthetic.
elite special forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation. Though the circumstances are different now, the tribe never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test a pilot's skill and teamwork with the Qucusaurus.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
What is
about
that guy
this
doing?
Yeah,
Bro.
Qucusaurs are the proudest out of all the
Oh my
saurians.
God.
They know that they're the kings of the sky.
Oh, it's a flamingo.
Qucusaurs can consume phlogiston to climb higher or perform a
Flying!
horizontal roll in midair. Holding the sprint
Flying!
button allows them to enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great distances.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Qucusaurus are really hard to tame.
Yeah, that's true. You need to prove yourself in some worthwhile feat, like demonstrating exceptional archery skill during flight. That's the only way to become a true Qucusaur rider.
Wow, that's so strict.
Yeah, tell me about it.
That's rather
Okay, now
specific.
that we've got a glimpse of the Flower Feather clan, it's time for a quiz.
What? Already?
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has a unique way of communicating with their Saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather clan use a special item to summon their Qucusaurs.
Whistle.
What is
Whistle.
that item?
Whistle.
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the previous video.
Oh, I remember now. Horn.
Ding ding ding!
Close enough.
Qucusaurs
Close
live
enough.
far from the tribe and
Close
from
enough.
each other. So in order to summon them, the tribe's people use whistles
Same thing,
and
basically.
horns to produce loud noises.
Oh, he said whistles.
There's
Oh,
your
I'm so good.
overview of Qucusaurs.
I'm so good.
Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to other Saurians, but don't worry, travelers. If you get into a tough situation, then Chasca, the Flower
Ooh,
Feather
here
clan's
we go.
expert
Okay, this is the
peacemaker,
main
help
thing I
mediate
wanted
the
to see
conflict.
here.
Knitch mentioned that her method of mediation is silencing both parties. Is that true?
Well, that's only in special cases. Most of the time, Chasca barely needs to intervene. Everyone knows what she's capable of, so people usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows
Wait,
up.
but I want to
Oh,
know what she's
so
capable
she doesn't
of.
just handle conflicts between humans and Saurians. She keeps the peace between people, too.
Exactly. Chasca was corrupted by abyssal power as a child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but luckily for her, the Qucusaurs took her in and raised her as one of their own. In addition to hunting and flying, Chasca gained a lot of unique combat experience from her Saurian
Wait,
childhood.
so
When Chasca is in your party, defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your
what
party.
is she?
While she's in the Night Soul's blessing state, Chasca can ride
She has
and
them
control
pointy
her
ears.
gun like a Qucusaur.
Oh my
Soul
gosh.
Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption, it also allows her to get
Yo,
a
she
better
flying for a
angle.
hell of a long time. What
Wow, that mid-air perspective is so cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah, and Chasca's fierce when she's in the zone. In the Night Soul's blessing state, Chasca's normal attacks deal
Bro,
ammo damage to enemies in front of her. Unleashing
She
charge
has a
attack in this
freaking
state will cause
huge
Chasca to
gun
enter a special
that
enemy
she
mode.
flies
This allows
on.
her to lock onto a set number of
What?
enemies within range and fire up to 6 Shadow Hunt shells, which deal ammo damage upon impact. In addition, for every Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro character in your party, one of Chasca's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental conversion to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no way! So Chasca can directly deal other types of elemental damage based on the characters in her party. And since she's an animal character, she can swirl them at the same time. That's awesome!
Yeah, I know, right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too.
I still can't
Chasca fires
get over the
chaos
fact she's
twin
riding a
soul trooper
giant
shell
gun.
during her burst, which deals animo damage. The attack then splits into 6 Soul Seeker shells.
It's
which
literally a
use to
huge-
attack nearby
it's-
enemies. These shells can also undergo elemental conversions.
That's so cool! No wonder she's one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Well, yeah, she
Speaking
has a
of her tribe,
freaking giant
the
gun
warriors from the
blasting
Flower Feather
people.
Clan are formidable for sure, but we should also shed some light on those who aren't as skilled.
Oh, are you talking about the wingless? That's what the tribe calls people who fail the flight trials, right? They're the challengers who fail to earn the
Oh my God, he looks so
recognition of the
sad.
Qucusaur.
Exactly. But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own definition of strength.
Yes.
There's a tacit understanding that the wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in Tribal Chronicles Tlalocan. Someone will dare to ask, what if you didn't need a Qucusaur to fly? If you could change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is for us to discover. Chasca will also be there to help us find the answer. So, be sure to check out Chasca's Tribal Chronicle if you're interested in what happens.
Is there anything else that you can tell us?
Ah, remember how I mentioned that Chasca was raised by Qucusaurus?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Her Saurian mother will make an appearance in this quest.
Wait,
Even
she's
though she's joined human society, Chasca still goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion.
She's half
especially when she
Saurian?
needs some help with a tough situation.
Oh, so Chasca still has the soft side, even though she's a fearsome warrior.
Definitely. The Flower Feather Clan is also the setting for the Archon quest Chapter 5 interlude. All fires fuel the flame. The tribe is facing a crisis, and they'll need the travelers' help to find a solution.
What kind of crisis?
Well, the
Is this
Flower Feather
like-
Clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination.
Is this like a
during the
Pokemon
battle of
situation?
version 5.1. It's not just the human body
Like
that can't withstand high concentrations
Like a
of abyssal
Typhlosion
power.
situation,
For most people,
or?
it also damages the mind. Many members of the Flower Feather Clan are suffering from the mental repercussions.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
she was
abyss,
taking it. Okay,
and the
wait.
tribe is
So
in
her
desperate need of aid.
adoptive
Neonsen
Saurian
will be there
mother.
too. After rebuilding her own tribe, the collective of
I mean, she has the pointy
she's traveling
ears.
around Natland to help
I
those
don't
in
know.
need.
I don't know,
The
man.
people
I don't
of
know.
Natland
I don't know.
really
Don't listen to
value
me. Don't
unity,
listen to
don't
me.
they?
Don't
No
listen
one
to
fights alone. That's one of my favorite things about Natland. Oh, wait. It looks like the captain will also be there.
Oh, thank
Yes,
God.
The captain will also offer help to the tribe. You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say. The captain rarely gives away too much information in his regular interactions, but his secrecy here seems a little peculiar. So keep an eye out, but of course, restoring Natland's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't
That dude's
over
not
yet.
really like
The
a
abyssal contamination is still
mysterious
around.
shadow
We
figure
have a
anymore.
very important battle ahead. Natland
He's
needs
just always
mental
hanging
fortitude
around.
more than ever before.
The Flower Feather Clan is pretty close to the Masters of the Nightwind, where the Ictomosaurs live. That tribe could be another good place to recover from the battle.
Oh yeah, let's check it out.
If you head west from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and go past the towering walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious Masters of the Nightwind. The tribal
Ooh.
settlement offers a unique
This
glowing
looks
landscape
cool.
at night. If you venture even further,
gosh.
then you might encounter the tribe's Wath Ictomosaur Elder or one of the many shamans who can communicate with
Wait,
spirits.
these guys are
I
so
even heard that
cute.
the witch doctors who live there can help cleanse your spirit. Plus, the graffiti art is really
They
incredible.
remind me of like
In
Abyss
fact, There's
Mages.
something special about this one. Can you figure it out, travelers?
It's
It's
glowing.
kind of tricky, right? Well, don't worry. The Ictomosaurs can help us out. Ictomosaurs are known for their wisdom. They can use their unique
Look at
sight
them.
to detect things that can't be seen through normal mains.
Whoa. Okay.
Look at how they
Right.
walk.
Ictomosaurs are especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston objects to enhance their abilities. Doing so allows them to jump
whoa.
higher, move faster, or even obtain surprising rewards. Ictomosaurs can also extract information from graffiti art to
Nahida
create
power creep.
special objects.
Oh, I bet that'll come in handy for solving puzzles.
Definitely, especially in Tribal Chronicles Mictlan, which will become available in version 5.2. The first two acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles, so be sure to check them out, travelers. Some of them will require the help of an Ictomosaur, and others can be solved on your own.
I noticed that
Yeah, I'll be
Ictomosaurs
sure to
can
check them
perform
out.
Fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it looks like so much fun. Do we know anyone who can use that
I'll
ability?
definitely see these.
Besides the new Saurian, I mean.
Yes, Ororon can do it too. Like the Ictomosaurs, Ororon
Wait, he
has the
literally has that
ability to
skill
rise
1
into
for
the
1.
air. He also has a keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot, Ororon will enter the spirit speaker state, allowing him to extract power from Natland's graffiti and runes.
But only
Speaking of
Natland.
Ororon, I was honestly
Interesting.
super surprised by his personality.
And he can
Before the
charge attack
5.1
midair.
Archon quest, I thought that he looked like a stern, stoic, and harsh type of character. But as it turns out, he's just a sweet kid.
Just a more of a pick me boy.
It's kind of unexpected, right? Is he really that sweet, though? Just to think about all the sneaking around behind his granny's back.
Ah, true.
The tribespeople of the Masters of the Nightwind are known for being eccentric. But Ororon really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way. I wonder if that extends to his combat abilities.
It does. Ororon is a bit different from the Netland characters we've met so far.
Oh, we
He
know.
doesn't
He's a
need
bit
to
different.
depend
He's a
on the
bit
Night Soul's
special. He's a
blessing
bit
state to
quirky.
gain Night Soul
He's
points,
not like the
and
rest
he
of
can
them.
maintain the Night
We
Soul's
know,
blessing
we know.
state even while he's off-field.
Ah, that does sound different from the other Natlan.
Oh, off-field.
So how do his abilities work?
Like an off-field DPS?
Let me start by explaining how Ororon gains Night Soul points. This can happen in multiple ways. For example, Ororon can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers a Night Soul burst.
He's
He
like...
can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies after Ororon unleashes his elemental skill.
Oh, then
He's
it
like,
sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro.
officials...
Yep. And in combat, when enemies take
Extra
damage
talent.
from electro-charged reactions or other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage, Ororon can consume
Like the
Night Soul
lightning
points to
bolts
enter
hit
Night
all the
Soul's blessing
enemies.
state and trigger the hypersense
Ooh.
effect, dealing electro damage.
Oh,
That could be
I
pretty
see.
good.
So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I should mention that Ororon doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the hypersense effect.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really useful.
Totally. His elemental burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and support your
Dude,
party.
this
Ororon
freaking
performs
siren head
action
looking
ritual
burst.
With his burst to summon a supersonic Oculus, which taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd control.
Yes! With Ororon in your party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking of making things easier, Ororon can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your character.
Ooh, gliding
Ororon
speed.
really cherishes his friends.
He really is
So
for the
teamwork on his
skies.
side, I'm sure victory will always be within reach.
This really is like the
Cool.
sky update.
So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this update, the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's more. Version 5.2 actually introduces another new region. It's called Ochkanatlan.
Oh,
Oh my
think we
gosh,
caught a glimpse
more
of this
exploration?
ancient city when we were looking
I
at the
can't
Flower
wait.
Feather Clan. It's really beautiful from far away, but those clouds look kind of ominous. It looks completely abandoned.
This looks
Is it
kinda crazy.
dangerous?
Yes, this is a restricted area in that land due to its severe abyssal contamination, and it seems uninhabited. Over the years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure or to slay the dragon. Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned. The Flower Feather Clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, did you say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier, but this creature is actually
Oh.
really terrifying.
What
It
in the...
occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects an intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
Okay.
Actually out of like a
that's
fantasy
pretty
story.
concerning.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually took generations of effort to reach this point. This relationship wasn't nearly so harmonious in the ancient past. Travelers will need to explore
does sound pretty
Ocean
cool,
Atlant
though.
to uncover the reason behind this dragon's
It's like
rampage.
you're on like a
Of
knight's
course,
quest.
Travelers
A
won't
knight's
have to do
quest to
this
slay
alone.
the dragon.
Here, take a look.
Oh, what's that?
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan. His name is Kokoweek. As for his power,
Kokoweek.
well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay, is he our moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
Hey, let's not put our Tapetlosaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay, then I've got nothing.
Remember how I mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the abyss? Well, that's where Kokoweek comes in. We can use his power to clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect secret source scraps and enhance his power. Once Kokoweek has enough power, you can take him to track down the evil dragon.
What a useful little guy.
I know, right?
Oh my god,
Now,
actually
travelers
Deval
can
in
explore
2.0.
Ochkanatlan with two companions, Kokoweek and Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here that can enable Little One to traverse a volcano. A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2. This update will bring us one step closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past. Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore Ochkanatlan. For example, with the help of a Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks. With the help of an Ikitomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles. With the help of a Qucusaur, we might even be able to chase down the evil dragon. But we'll leave the rest for you to discover, travelers.
Wait, are those some kind of lava fish? Does this mean we can fish in Netland?
Yes, but I've got some friendly advice, travelers. You should be very careful while exploring Ochkanatlan. Some of the abyssal monsters here can distort their appearance to mimic powerful enemies. High-level monsters such as the tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger enemies.
Huh? It looks like
The
these
tree?
monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley lines,
Oh,
allowing
what
these monsters
the-
to read the memories inside of them and mimic creatures from Tevat.
So
How do
you
we
basically
defeat them?
fight.
Travelers will need to use elemental attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing so allows them to
Attacks
take
from
damage
all the different
and
enemies in
causes
this
them
game.
to enter a brief state of confusion. Night Soul aligned elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow, the Abyss has gotten so advanced. It's scary to think about
Tenebrous
how much harder these
Papilla.
fights will get if these abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once. But before we take our first break, we still have a couple of short announcements. Really
Oh.
short, I promise. First up, limited time exploration rewards will be available in version 5.2. Just like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems, and the rewards will be available all the way through version 5.3. It's now time to introduce the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.2,
Oh my god, we're speeding through
travelers
it.
can look forward to event wishes from
Lenny?
Chasca and Lenny. Ororon will also receive a drop rate boost. And in the second half of version 5.2, we'll have returning event wishes for Zhongli and New Villette. The weapon banner will feature a new 5-star bow, Astro Vulture's Crimson.
That's a crazy
Flinch,
lineup
two
right
new
there.
Natland-specific 4-star weapons. Be sure to check them out if you're interested.
All right, it's time for our first break. Once we come back, we'll dive right into the event portion.
Holy cow, what the? Wait, why? They just gave us so much information. They just like speed ran through all that. Well, anyways, that was kind of crazy. I mean, you got Ororon, freaking new area in the region, an evil dragon. Banners are kind of crazy too. I'm glad Ororon's on the first half though. I'm glad he's on the first half with Chasca. Probably won't be pulling on Nouvellette and Zhongli banner to be honest, but that's a pretty crazy lineup too. You got both the dragons. And yeah, it really seems like Natland is all about, or not Natland, but this update in particular is all about flying. Dominate the skies, right? So, hey, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Also, these guys, I think they're my favorite Saurian. Remind me of
Welcome back, travelers.
Abyss Mages.
Welcome back. Let's dive straight into the event section. So in the first event, we'll get to learn more about the Masters of the Nightwind.
That's right. In the version 5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up
Ooh,
with
those weapons look
Citlali and
really
Ororon
pretty.
to get to the bottom of a mysterious accident that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers will need to complete combat challenges to defeat enemies who try to disrupt the ritual. They'll also need to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls and gather lost spirits scattered throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the way, including Primo Gems.
Ooh, I really like the vibe of this event. It looks like Citlali is performing some kind of ritual. It's also mysterious.
Pretty cool art.
When a situation gets tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
Definitely.
Playable
Citlali
Wang.
and Ororon have some really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm always grabbing the popcorn whenever these two interact. They're
Oh, God.
practically a two-person show. And speaking
Not
of
more.
fun, let's get into the event gameplay.
Not
First
more of
up
the
is
dynamic
Search
duo.
For Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to herd the scattered
Oh
rogue
my God,
spirits
not
into
this
specific
again.
zones to earn points. Pay attention to the conditions on the field if you want a higher score. For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field.
This is such a
These slabs will
BM.
break open and release even more spirits. Storms may also appear during the game. You can track down
At least
spirits
you're working
more
together this
effectively if
time.
you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In Evil Banisher, travelers will need to select the right teams to complete the objectives. Completing all of the objectives will award
Fighting
you the
event.
Vanishing Aura, which allows you to deal AoE damage by spraying paint at enemies.
That paint
God,
really
Splatoon.
matches the Masters of the Night Wind's aesthetic. It's super cool.
Yeah, and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented records.
Ooh.
Lali will use her powers to reveal special fragments. Travelers will
This
need
one
to
looks
piece
kinda
these
fun.
fragments together and assemble them on a woven scroll.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments. Oh, there's something else that we should mention. Travelers can
Weapon
obtain
reward.
a new 4-star sword by completing this event. The design definitely fits the Masters of the Night Wind. It looks like some kind of ceremonial artifact.
I totally agree. Oh, and this event will allow travelers to learn more about Natlan's secrets. For example, this quest will reveal new clues about a mysterious and legendary place, the Mare Javari.
Wow, we've been hearing about this place since Mondstadt. It'll be nice to get some new information. On a related note, the Adventurers Guild has prepared a new trial for its members. Active adventurers have been invited to take on the challenge, including the Traveler. Travelers will need to complete various challenges with designated characters and fully leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge, Travelers. Good luck.
In Mondstadt-related news, the Knights of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region. And who better to
Goddamn.
test these tactics than the Honorary Knight? Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has changed this time. Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing formation. Once the lineup is set,
Oh,
the
this thing
monsters
again.
will fight automatically. Available combat units and stratagems are completely random.
Wait,
You
this is
know,
actually
just to
like
build some
Pokemon.
unpredictability
What the
into
heck?
wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units increases as the wargame progresses. Even more elite monsters will be available for travelers to use. It's a volatile environment.
Is this
so do your best
PvP?
to win as many rounds as possible, earn wargame medals, and collect the rewards.
All right, let's keep the excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
Oh, looks like they're selecting tactics. Double damage? That sounds powerful. Whoa, it's automated. Cool. The elemental reaction effects are completely different.
This brand new heated battle.
Oh my god, wait, what's going on? The audio. It's what's going on? Wait, why is it disappear? Oh my god, what happened? Wait. I can't.
Elemental reactions. The effects will change depending on how you play.
I'm sorry,
In
TCG
addition,
fans.
the overall gameplay is
I know all
very
10 of you all
laid back.
out there are watching
Characters
this.
will automatically duel each
I'm sorry,
other,
I'm
and
sorry.
skill animations are now shorter in length.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natlan. Talk about
God damn,
whiplash.
TCG actually looks so
That's
different
right.
though.
Even if you've never
haven't played in, like,
Genius
2
Invocation
years.
before, I really recommend checking out this new gameplay mode in version 5.2. The new version will also bring a few updates to regular Genius Invocation
Ooh,
TCG.
these cards look
Do
cool.
you ever feel a little cooped
Now
up
make
while you're
them
playing card games?
available
Well,
physically.
Don't worry about that. Our next event will give travelers the opportunity.
Actually,
to
wait, aren't
enjoy
they
the great
available?
outdoors.
Hold on.
In Claw Convoy, travelers will need to help Lamia track down some adopted animals. Travelers will be able to see the animal's point of view by using a special tool. Once you've managed to deduce their location, you'll be able to track them down. Once the animals are safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them. I feel like Ororon would really shine in this event. He's definitely an animal lover.
I can see that. I'm sure that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other nations.
Yeah.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow event will return in version 5.2. If you need Mora or character EXP materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game optimizations. First up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater.
Ooh.
Previously, travelers would be
Another
returned
change?
to the theater lobby after completing a challenge and have to reopen the Fantasia Tome to continue. Travelers provided feedback that this setup interrupted their experience.
Yes,
So,
thank
this will no
God.
longer be the
Oh
case in
my
version
God. I don't
5.2.
know why
Now,
we
after
ever had to
finishing
do
a battle,
that.
all you need to do is click Next Act
Please,
if you want to
thank
keep
you.
fighting.
Nice.
Oh my
Travelers can now enjoy the thrill of combat without any interruptions.
And for all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update. You can now check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting cast screen.
Cool. It'll be nice to know that our supports are helping people out.
Yup. Oh, and the party configuration mechanic has also been optimized. Besides the elemental filtering, the Imaginarium theater will now feature recommended
Time
role
to start
icons,
writing
elemental
invoices.
statistics, and markers for the main types of enemies.
That is so
One
helpful.
sub,
I'll
one
occasionally
character
put together
borrowed.
a random team if I've just started experimenting with
Take
some
it or leave it.
characters, but this information should make it a lot easier to form strategic teams.
These markers will display key information on how to counter enemies, but in a much more prominent position. Hopefully, this change will make it easier for travelers to form
Okay,
the
some
best
nice
teams.
UI updates.
Yes. Now we
Quality
can
of life
directly
stuff.
see
That's
which
actually-
elements
that's
work
nice, that's
best against
nice.
specific enemies. That's definitely going to save some time.
For sure. And we can expect even more optimizations in the future as travelers continue to provide valuable feedback about their experiences. Okay, let's introduce the other system optimizations coming in version 5.2. You can outsort 5-star artifacts in your inventory based on when you obtained them, from the most recent to the oldest. Second, the animations for crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture, and cooking dishes are now shorter in length.
That's really nice.
Nice,
The
I
dev
guess.
team designed a lot of intricate animations for these features, but it can feel a bit frustrating when you have to watch them over and over again.
There will also be several optimizations for the Serena teapot.
Oh,
The seed dispensary can now hold
it's
more
like
of every type
0.2
of seed.
seconds faster.
You'll be able to purchase wood at the Realm Depot in exchange for Realm currency. In addition, the cooldown for the boon of the Elder Tree will be reduced to 5 seconds. This way, it will be easier for travelers to collect wood.
Awesome. I've been meaning to use some cool replicas in my Serena teapot, but I'm always short on wood. So this should be really helpful.
Nice! I'm so excited for you! Oh, and optimizations have been made to artifact locking. The updated lock assistance interface will allow you to configure lock settings with a single click. Just hit Use Recommended Settings and you're set. The recommended set lock plans will even update automatically based on popular in-game configurations.
Yeah, I did
Of
go
course,
over
if
these
you have your own ideas in mind, then you
optimization
can
stuff
always disable the recommended plans to
earlier on
configure
stream,
custom ones
by the way,
instead.
YouTube, but
The update also allows you to batch lock artifacts in
This is
your
cool.
inventory based
I
on the
approve.
recommended general lock
I
plan
approve.
and set lock plans. This will make it much faster to organize your inventory. In addition, a shortcut button that navigates to the lock assistance interface will be added to the artifact domain challenge screen and the artifact acquisition screen. This should make it easier for travelers to configure their locking rules whenever they want. A star feature will also be added next to the lock button on each artifact. Travelers can use this feature to mark their favorite artifacts and
Okay,
filter by
actually
stars
is just
to
a
quickly track
favorite.
them down.
Finally,
Oh
treasure
my.
compasses will now be able to locate even more treasure locations, including Sealies and time
Oh,
trial
wow.
challenges.
I might actually use
quick
it then.
swap feature will also be added for treasure compasses and Oculus resonance stones. Enabling this feature will allow travelers to more easily use these devices across regions. The feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds to your location in the game.
Awesome.
Be sure to check out future announcements for more details on the version 5.2 optimizations.
All right, that was a lot of info, so this seems like a good time for our second break.
It's time for the third redemption code.
Okay. Honestly, the events look pretty cool. Big majority of them are stuff that we are seeing for the first time as well. I mean, we've seen a couple of these events, but it's all like there's new features within these events, which is mainly what I'm looking for. And they all look pretty fun as well. So pleasantly surprised on that front. I mean, quality of life changes. They've been giving us these types of things every single update recently. Imaginarium theater, shorter loading screens. Did anyone complain about the loading screens? I guess it can be a little bit annoying sometimes when you're like cooking food and stuff, as well as the artifact locking feature. All very nice stuff. I don't think it's anything like super groundbreaking, but it's definitely nice. Definitely helps, especially if you are grinding the game and every second matters, right? So
Welcome back,
we
travelers.
take those. We take
What else
those.
do we have on the agenda, Gabe?
We have some very exciting news to share. After the version update on November 20th, travelers will be able to play Genshin Impact on the Xbox Series X and S. Log into
Wow.
Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles to receive the Wind Glider Wings of Fate's Course Intertwined. Additionally,
Oh.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud gaming.
Oh,
They'll also find extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right, that should be everything. That means that we've reached the end of the special program.
Wait, what does the glider
Is
look
there
like?
anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes.
I have to
I'm
buy an
really looking forward
Xbox
to
now.
All the new characters. Chasca and her weapons seem really incredible. I'd love to see how her travel chronicle unfolds because she has such an amazing personality.
Bro!
And Ororon seems like a very layered character. The storytelling is definitely going to shine. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more of the Natlan storyline, and we have so much to explore this time. I mean, 2 new tribes and a new area as well. And one thing I've always loved about Genshin Impact is how it's multi-platform. Like, I'm always logging in on different devices depending on where I am, so it's just exciting to see another platform become available for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, on that note, I hope you have fun with the new version, travelers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, about the Xbox thing, I think it's probably the same thing as like the PlayStation, where if you're not on Xbox Network, you probably can't use it. So really won't affect you too much. But damn, that was honestly pleasantly surprised by that update. I'm not gonna lie, I came into this thinking it was gonna be like a mega filler patch. But we get, you know, new areas of the map unlocked. One of them seems like it pretty much seems like really gives me like Enkanomia vibes, but it's like the whole story of slaying the dragon, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, new characters Chasca and Ororon will both dominate the skies basically. And Chasca's gameplay, I don't know if I'm sold on it, to be honest. I don't know if I'm fully sold on Chasca's gameplay. I don't know, man. She looks so funky, just like charging up a giant ass gun in the air. But I'll have to see. I'll have to, you know, play her out and see what that actually feels like. But I mean, in terms of exploration, she seems like the new number one. You know, we had Mualani, but kind of nerfed over land. Shilinen doesn't really go that far. Ganesh only has 2 charges on his thing. Chasca seems to be, you know, jack of all trades. Aerial travel, maybe paired along with Ororon as well. Can do some pretty crazy stuff. So exploration, we have a new queen here. The new, I don't know if they mentioned it, but elemental reaction damage was buffed for like overload. Yeah, it was buffed for overloaded, superconduct, electrocharge, and shatter, which I think could really help out Chasca as well as Ororon for, you know, like electrocharged as well as overloaded and superconduct, maybe not as much, but definitely overloaded and electrocharged, right? So that'll be pretty crazy. We'll have to see exactly what those specific changes are and if we can, you know, notice them in the game. But characters, banners all look pretty sick. Events, I actually do like a lot. Primarily, you know, a lot of like the fighting event looks cool. I guess like that Pokemon X TFT event seems pretty interesting. You know, at least it's different than what we normally get. We have like a parkour event, which I guess we'll see. And then that one that you like piece together the puzzles, I think that looks pretty cool as well. So yeah, lots of very positive things that I did like that we are getting in the future. So I would give this live stream 1 thumbs up. This live stream gets a 1 thumbs up for me. It is valid. And now I guess we'll just have to wait for Chasca and Ororon. So if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for making it to the end of this video. Let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts of this live stream are. What are you looking forward to? What do you wish you saw? Anything you're not looking forward to or you don't like? Let me hear it all. I would love to, you know, hear your thoughts. So thank you very much for the support, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.